Hello guys, welcome again to my channel, and today we are going to talk about the difference between the B sound and the V sound in English. Because in Spanish the letter B and letter V are always have the same sound, which is like B. But in English not like that. In English is the B letter associated with the B sound and the V letter associated with the V sound, okay? So like for example, the B is like, as you can see the letter B in better, words like better, boiling, bath, best, and it's like short and intense is a B, better, 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 best, short and intense, okay? And the letter V is longer with more vibrations and less intense, okay? V. So for example, in vampire, in university, virgin, vibrations. So yeah, you can find letter V in those words, and like most of the times, like I'd say always letter V is not silent. Letter B sometimes is silent when it's at the end of the word sometimes, but letter V is always pronounced in the word. So you see a word and it shows up letter V, you need to say V all the time. Okay, so that's good. And other thing that I want to say is that Spanish people particularly, like sometimes when the V's at the end of the word, they pronounce it like an F. For example, they say 5, knife. And it's not like that. It's not like that. It's like knife, 5. You need to pronounce as well the V sound, like with the vibrations. Not because it's at the end of the sentence. You don't need to pronounce it, okay? So it's knife, 5. The F sound is sometimes at the end of the sentences, of the word, sorry. When there's a double F, or when it's a FE, or when it's like PH or GH. For examples in the words graph, enough, stuff, and knife and wife. So in those words you pronounce like the end, the last sound like an F. But if the final at the end of the word is like VE, then you pronounce it like a V, like knife, knife, shave, have, love. So yeah, you need to make sure that, because indeed this was something that I realized like recently, but you need to make the sounds like a V, like when there's like a VE at the end. I made that mistake like till recently, but now I correct it. So I'm giving you this advice because I know that as well, and I think this is really helpful. Yeah, and well, I want to say that the letter B sometimes is silent, so that means that you don't pronounce it in the words. And I wanted you to know that. So, for example, when it comes after the letter this letter B is silent at the end of the word. For example, in words like thumb, bomb, that kind of words letter B silent. And also when it is before a T, also silent. For example, in the words doubt, that. And yeah, I would just like wanted to let you know that. So yeah, wish this video was short, so hope you enjoy it and hope you find it useful, and see you next time, guys.